Okay, well I cannot cope without a motorbike on the road. So let's make this thing run, shall we? Yeah, it's got to remember, only actually took it apart, changed head and base gaskets, and then we found all the other hovers. So we started modifying and making bits, and then realised the lathe's just too worn out to do it. So now we're in the hands of other people, and having to wait. And no, I can't do that. So yesterday, I learned of the location of a Model 50 engine in bits for sale. It's quite local to me, about, I don't know, 15 miles down the road. So yeah, went and bought it. So you know, one or two of the bills aren't getting paid this month, but I need a motorbike on the road. So it's been, the story I got told is the guy bought the bike, it was a running bike. He took this lot apart and put a Triumph engine in it, and then covered everything in grease and shoved it in boxes. And this was many years ago, and it is definitely covered in grease. So we're not going to get too involved in it if we can help it. The plan is to take just the barrel, the head, and of course the piston, and pop them on there, just so I've got a running bike while I'm waiting for the other stuff. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to start dropping valves out the head. I'll just fill the ports up with fluid, make sure they seal. If they seal, they can stay in. I don't want to start causing myself unnecessary problems. Rockers need a bit of a clean up. They're lovely and free, but they've got a heck of a lot of wear on them. So might just smooth them out slightly. Bore looks lovely. Well, the grease on the bore looks lovely. The bore might be terrible. She's plus 20. The piston all looks good. Obviously needs a bit of a clean. Rings aren't rusted up or anything. They're a bit mucky. Once again need cleaning, but everything's sort of nice and free and as it should be. And a little bit of wear on the skirts, but nothing excessive at all. So yeah, we'll see about getting this lot cleaned up, and then bolt it onto that thing, and hopefully we'll be back on the road. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. Might work, might not. Only one way to find out though, isn't there? Right. Best get cleaning. Okay, so she's getting cleaner. Piston's there, she's nicely cleaned up. We're not going for perfect, we're going for clean enough to work, because I need a motorbike on the road. Barrel's cleaning up okay. I've currently got the rocker arms out because that is a bit minging in there. I've already had a couple of goes at it. So yeah, we're getting there. But the head, I have noticed, she's got on this side, you'll not be able to see them in this light, she's got a few helicoils in there. So I'm presuming we're going to have some odd bolts kicking about. But as long as I've got so much to tighten the rocker box down, I sort of don't care. Now the rocker arms, I don't know how well this comes across on camera. I've got a lot of wear in. That's actually the better one. The other one had much deeper grooves in. So I should have done it the other way around really, so you could see it better. But I've just ground the end of it. I know it's going to alter the angle of the rockers, but those grooves are blooming deep. They're deep enough to sort of push the valve at a jaunty angle. This one was especially. So I've just ground the grooves out of it. Hopefully not. It's still hard enough and it isn't just going to vanish into dust as I'm riding, but you know, I've just got to work on the shape a little bit just to get it back to where it should be. We'll do the other one, clean it up, and then yeah, start bolting some things back together, I think. Right. Oh, the bore. There are a few scores in that bore. You can probably see them. They look worse than they are. You can't catch a nail or anything in them. They're just there. I've given it a light hone. Like I said, that yeah, they are there, but they're not that bad. So we're just going with it because, like I said, we're not fixing this. We're making it work. We'll do it properly when I get my other bits back, and then we can break into this one and see if we can make something a bit special. Yeah. But you know, make it work. Right, I'm going to carry on. Okay, well the threads to hold the rocker box down are interesting. Most of them are helicoiled. They seem like they've got viable threads in them. That was maybe a little bit loose. Yeah, some of them are maybe a bit loose. Don't know what pitch that is. I think... oh, who knows. It's an odd bolt, it goes in. It came with the engine, so that'll do. This one's got a great big long stud. Someone's drilled right down into the head down here somewhere and then put a thread in. Lord knows why. And this one looks like it's metric and at a jaunty angle. There wasn't actually a bolt with this one, but the only thing I can get to start is metric, and it's properly on the piss. So I think I'll have a go at squaring that up, because that helicoil's coming out anyway. So yeah, I'll pull it out, and I think it's going to have to stay metric now, but if it works, it works. Right, I'll pull that out and see if I can do something with it. Okay, as you can see, everything's getting a bit messy. We've got stuff everywhere. I had to get the rocker box off my other engine out, just to pinch one of these nuts for the end of the rocker shaft, because it is this one. That one, it's halfway down, the threads go manky. They're not brilliant at the top. I think someone sort of forced it on, not had the shaft seated properly at some point, and yeah, try pulling it in on the threads. So we've now got the shafts back in where the rockers meet the valves. That's nicely cleaned up. I've got as much rubbish and muck out of here as I can without spending a lifetime doing it. Rocker arms are nice and free. So's the decompressor or valve lifter, whatever you want to call it. So that's about ready. I've got to get a bit of corrosion out of one of them holes and double check which one it is, but one of them now needs drilling out a tiny bit because of course it's on 8mm on the head now. The bore isn't as good as I'd hoped. Where is it? I've mic'd it up, and yeah, it's a plus 20 piston, but I'm pretty sure you could put a plus 30 in there without boring it. So what I've done, I remember this is a bit of a bodge, but we're trying to make it work, not actually fix it. It's a bit of an old technique. You centre punch your piston skirts, because as you punch it in, it lifts material at the edge. Do that both sides. It'd have been nice if I'd have done it a little more uniform, but you know, it's done. And then you dress this until it's the tolerance you want on the bore, and that has taken most of the play out of there. So hopefully that'll get us away. Like I said, it's not a permanent solution, this. It's something I've learned from studying David Vizard's work. It was just one of those budget things to get you out of a hole. So let's see how well it works. So yeah, like I said, it's relatively uniform as the bore goes down. Of course, slightly bigger in the middle than top and bottom, but not enough to write home about. So yeah. Oh, and now all the muck and rubbish is cleaned off on the cylinder head. You can see this bottom fin's cracked between the push rod holes. But yeah, I think we're about ready to start throwing a few bits together and see what happens. So, let's get that thing ready. And maybe tidy up some of this nonsense so I don't trip over everything. Right, leave me with it. I'll bring you back when we've done something. Okay. It's got a top end bolted on. Still a fair way to go. She turns over, you stick a plug in the hole. She has got a bit of compression, which is good. Like I said, she's all a bit odd bolty. This is the one that had that really long stud in. Turns out the stud was a bit too long, so I put a spacer on it. Don't go too tight. That's UNF, I think, in that one. That one's metric. and the rest are sort of as they should be. But this one got a big old spacer because it is one of the longer bolts that was meant to be in these two. I think these two are longer than the rest of them. So yeah, that ended up going there, and I just put a spacer on it to make sure it didn't deck out on anything. So we're getting there, but it is disgustingly hot in here, so I'm going to go have a drink and I sit down for 5 minutes because I am sodding melting. But we're on the right path. We're getting there, I hope. Yeah, right. Bring you back when I've done a bit more. I've lost the timing cover. I haven't got a clue where I've put the thing. It'll be somewhere safe. I mean, there's another one over there because, you know, one came with that engine, but it's not the point. There'll be one somewhere. Where the hell did I put it? Anyway, we've just about got enough bits bolted on that thing to make it at least cough and splutter a fart to do something. So, I think I'm going to go find the key for it, chuck the fuel tank on, and just see if it'll do anything. I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, let's give this a go. Fuel's on, carburetor's now decided it leaks, and I don't know how much we're going to get in the way of ignition because the battery's all but flat. So hopefully there's enough life in it to make it spark. Take the oil cap off so we can see if the oil's returning. Yeah, I suppose we should just try it really, shouldn't we? Alright. Let's see what happens. That went better than expected. I mean, everything that was previously wrong with the bike, still wrong with the bike. Trip over and go through it, but she's running. I'll just give the gloss over. There we go. Now she's going to be a little bit smoky to start with because the amount of oil and bits I put on that bulb and, you know, just in general assembly. That's not too bad. Nothing okay. Second kick, that, yeah, I am surprised. Returning oil, absolutely fine. I've already sort of put my finger over it, block it off, shove some up to the cylinder head. Might just do it again while I'm here. There we go. Bit of variation. Usually done that, Tom. So yeah. Now that I was not expecting. Fucking hell. Yeah. the rattling noise you can hear with the tank rattling about and whatnot, because nothing's fastened on properly. But yeah, that is a bit of alright. Right, I'm going to let that run for a little while, maybe have a bit of a mess about with that carb because I can hear the tick over's just gone up. Then put it back together and maybe go for a ride. So, those of you that are still here, thank you for watching, and now all is right in the world. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da!